Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Bonifice Gymnasium here in Manistique. A special presentation of M123 FM and my Manistique. We've got a little bit of boys JV basketball for you tonight. Part of our JV varsity doubleheader here in Manistique. It's the Emeralds and the Indians. Newberry and Manistique meeting up tonight, and we are glad to be able to bring you this JV matchup tonight with these two teams. As you see the Newberry Indians junior varsity, we'll see a lot of those faces back up with the varsity team a little bit later on this evening. Let's meet the two JV squads in action for tonight. For the Newberry Indians, number 3, a sophomore, Sam Rahali. 10, a freshman, Xander Stilson. We'll see Keegan Martin in limited action. He's not out there. Full-time varsity for Keegan now tonight. He started the year splitting time and the 5-quarter rule, primarily with the JV, some with the varsity, and it's flip-flopped the opposite way around to be more varsity than JV, and now it looks like tonight exclusively with the varsity. Sophomore number 20 is Sebastian Patterson. 24, a freshman, Oliver Navarro. 30, a freshman, Caden Hamilton. 32, Craig Whalen, a freshman. 33, Owen Yaden, also a freshman. And wearing number 44 is Ethan Pavey, a sophomore. Pavey, Caden Hamilton, Sam Rahali will all probably also come off the bench tonight and play some time with the varsity Indians. JV for the Emeralds, number 2, a freshman, Alex Bono. Sophomore, number 3, DJ Belleville. 4, a sophomore, Caden Bradley. 10, sophomore, Blake Mason, 6'3". He is a tough matchup. Mac Pugh, a freshman, wears number 11. Joey Rochefort, a freshman, wears number 12. Jamie Bedard, 14, a freshman. Zach DeChow, a sophomore, number 15. Jace Gaudreau, freshman, number 20. Ashton Vincent, freshman, wears 21. Brett Frayne, a freshman, number 22. Levi Moon is 30, a sophomore. And Aiden Bartholomew, a freshman, wearing number 50. The Emeralds JV coached by Trevor Demers, while Jason DePew leads the JV Indians for this season. We will step aside when we come back. Tip-off in tonight's JV contest special presentation of M123 FM and my Manistique.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Hey, local sports fans, the high school football season is finally here, and you do not want to miss a single second of the action, especially because you can't see. Call my good friend, Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center. They'll help you see clearly all school year long so you don't miss a moment of the action. Dr. Derek Dake in the Northern Lights Vision Center, Newberry, Munising, St. Ignace. Call 906-291-2015. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com. Hitting the road to cheer on the Emeralds? Make Zephyr Fuel in Manistique your one-stop shop with gas, goodies, groceries, and more. For convenience, low prices, and great selections, shop your local family-owned Zephyr Fuel on Chippewa Avenue in Manistique.
Back here in Manistique, getting ready. JV boys basketball action here. Varsity game to follow us in this one. It's the Newberry Indians in the black and the orange, Emeralds in the home whites with the green. And we are just about ready to go in this one here tonight. It's going to be 6'3". Blake Mason jumping it up against Craig Whalen. And we are underway with Whalen winning the tip. Xander Stilson, Owen Yaden, Ethan Pavey, and Garrett Lewicki, the five to start for the Indians, along with Whalen. It's Mac Pugh. It's Blake Mason. It's 15, Zach DeChow. Looks like number 2, Alex Bono, or no, check that, 4, Caden Bradley. And 15, although that is DeChow, and Mac Pugh, who started out for the Emeralds. Turnover here. Manistique in transition will kick it back out. Little zone look from the Emeralds on the defensive end. Now they'll back it out. Indians going to play a man-to-man. Nice backdoor cut for Pugh, fouled by Whalen, and Matt Pugh will shoot 2. JV contest just underway here, 7:11 to go. No score, and Matt Pugh, a rock of a young man, going to be heading to the line to shoot for the Emeralds. Free throw, no good. One more coming for Pugh, fouled here on Manistique's first possession. Missed the second one short. Whalen, the rebound. Both teams empty on their first trip. No score as we come up on the 7-minute to go mark here in the opening quarter of play. Ball worked around the perimeter here. Stilson. Indians trying to go with a little 1-3-1. They're not getting the movement quite how they want to. Skip pass, tipped, stolen away. In transition, here comes DJ Belleville. Stops, hesitates, back at the basket. Little turnaround, shimmy is good. And the JV Emeralds lead it 2-0. Lewicki to Stilson, bounce pass to the post. Great ball movement, but Mason, 6'3" with arms to match, blocks the open layup for Yaden, but that was great ball movement by the Indians. Turned over there, 6:24 to go. Emeralds will bring it up with a 2-0 lead. Entry pass taken away. Whalen steals it. Reverse to Stilson, tied up in the arrow to the Emeralds. 6:10 to go here in the first. Pavey challenging the jump shot by Mason. No good. Belleville rebound, stripped away by Yaden. And then tied back up this time, the arrow to the JV Indians. Manistique going to go man-to-man here in the press. Stilson, Lewicki on the reverse. Good screen by Pavey, but Lewicki right into the trap. Indians break it with Pavey. Hard down the right side, running layup, no, but he's fouled. And EP will shoot 2 for the Indians. Two nothing, 5:51 to go. First free throw attempt here for Pavey. Line drive, rolls her home. No changes either way. Both teams kind of matching up their personnel. Pavey trying to tie it up. Rattles it home. Pavey ties them up. Through the legs, crossover. Perimeter wide open. Screen and roll. No switch. And Mason lays it home. Stilson brings it up. Entry mishandled, a little bit behind Pavey. Transition try. Good job by the Indians to get back. Manistique will work it around. They've gotten good looks in the half court. Drive and kick, baseline. Mason sneaks around Pavey, easy layup there. 4 in a row for the Emeralds, and they lead it 6-2. Stilson the swing. That pass almost off the mark. 2-3 zone defensively for the Emeralds. That skip pass bobbled by Owen Yaden. Free throw line entry. Pavey with room. Drive and kick. Another mishandled pass. Another turnover. And we'll get changes here. Caden Hamilton and Sam Raholly into the ball game. Pavey and Stilson will take a breather. Entry. Mason taking over here in the first. Towers over Hamilton. Little baby hook, an 8-2 lead. And this one for Manistique midway through the first. JV boys action. And another pass just rocketed. Bounce pass right at the feet of the intended target. No chance for Lewicki on that one. Mac Pugh on the drive. Hesitate. Flip to Mason. High screen and roll. And dribble drive. Been what they're looking for. There's the kick out. Shot's going to be short. Rebounded Hamilton. Ball to the corner. Ace to Pugh. Up and shouting to take care of the ball. Another turnover. Deflected around, but Whalen gets it back. And a timeout for the Indians. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside. JV Boys Basketball on 123 FM.
The UP Trading Company and Exclusive Moose, 2 local shops under new ownership on Newberry Avenue, featuring a unique furniture selection from rustic and log furniture to dressers, sectionals, upholstery, and Uper light lamps. Next door in the gift shop, you will find t-shirts and sweatshirts, Stormy Cromer hats, gloves, and custom-made items, lotions, handcrafted soaps, candles, and sensational jewelry. It's at the Exclusive Moose and UP Trading Company, downtown Newberry, and follow us on Facebook at UP Trading and Exclusive Moose LLC.
Out of the timeout, Indians look to make an adjustment. They'll have it on the offensive end. They trail at 8-2 here in the early going. Yaden to inbound. First 3 options taken away. Here's Lewicki. Skip to Whalen. Block shot again by Mason. And it's out of bounds to the Indians. Man-to-man now in the half court for the Emeralds. Indians tried to change things up. Here's Patterson fresh into the game. Knocked away in the corner out of bounds. 3:01 to go in the first. 8-2. Emeralds are all on top of this one early. Won the previous matchup earlier this season. Ripped away. Turnovers plaguing the Indians. They get it back, though. Another chance. Rahali takes his dribble, leaves for Lewicki. Here's Patterson. Flex style offense now for the Indians. Timing just looks a little off. Here's Lewicki. Right side, Rahali. Indians at least staying patient. Part of that is they can't get a look. So much length for this JV Emeralds team. Hamilton drives, blocked. They're going to call a foul. That'll send Caden Hamilton to the line. That's where the Indians' only 2 points have come from. Free throw, good. Second one, no. Rebounded, Belleville. Will push on Rahali, blocked by Hamilton. It's out of bounds to the Emeralds. Skipped out high, drive and kick. Pugh puts it on the floor. Stripped away by Patterson. And then a foul on Belleville coming back the other way. He's going to have to sit. Belleville, one of 4 guys on this JV Emeralds team, 6 feet or taller. Lewicki gets him started. Left side, Hamilton. 2 cutters run into each other. Top side, Rahali leaves it. Hamilton, they back off. He takes the shot. No, Whalen, right spot. Craig catches the air ball, chucks it up and in. Indians back within 3. It's 8-5 with 1:18 to go here in the first. Open. 3 ball, no. Whalen, another rebound. Outlet. Emeralds are going to go back to their zone. Final 45 seconds here in the opening quarter of the JV contest. Pass deflected. Lewicki's there. He'll secure right side to Rahali. Indians coaching staff likes it. Hamilton inside, about to get tangled up. A reach around, nothing there. Lewicki short jumper, no. Belleville playing through those 2 fouls. The rebound. He's going to go all the way. Layup, no. Forced underneath. Wanted a foul, then takes it away. Layup good for Mac Pugh. 6 seconds. Lewicki, near side. 3/4 court, no. And that's how the quarter ends. Emeralds doubling up the Indians. It's 10-5 after 1 here in Manistique.
I surrender.
All right, pal.
Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's up?
Do we have a gun?
Why do you ask that, kiddo?
Can I play with it?
No, absolutely not. It's not a toy. You know that. Anyway, I need it to protect you, your sister, and Mom.
But what about the 8 kids who get shot every day by mistake?
Where'd you hear that?
Where do you keep it?
It's hidden.
I bet it's on the top shelf of the closet, under your sweatshirts. Is it loaded? Remember when I found my Christmas gift? You always told me to be curious.
No, that's not what I meant.
And when it's just me and Mom, I could use the gun to protect her.
No, Justin, I promise. I'm always here for you.
But Dad, you're not always here.
Sunshine through today with seasonal temperatures. We should reach our normal high of about 82 degrees by this afternoon. Clear skies tonight with a low near 70.
Back inside the Boniface Gymnasium, Manistique inbound catch and shoot. They get a 2 to start the quarter. Game high 7-point lead for the Emeralds. JV boys basketball here. Navarro and Taylor have checked in. Pavey back, checks a 3. No good. Indians trying to fly back. Pugh on the drive, foul on the floor, shot won't count. Indians going with Stilson, Navarro, Gaden, Taylor, and Pavey. Mac Pugh, Blake Mason, Zach DeChow, being joined by Jace Gaudreau for the first time tonight. And number 2, Alex Bono. Bono with the top side. Works it back, open 3, right side, DeChow, no. Indians doing a good job on the glass here early in this one. Mishandled and double dribbled by Navarro. Indians' big problem is they've got just 2 points from the field in that first quarter, and that was on a missed air ball that was caught and scored underneath. Turnovers have plagued them as well. Ball swung. Mac Pugh, little quick sweep, backs it out. Bounce pass to the baseline. They work it around. Triple, Bono, no. Pavey, rebound, ping-ponged around. Yaden steps in. Here comes Xander Stilson in transition, just backs out looking for space. Stilson starts him out, Navarro. Good entry to Pavey. Pavey back to Stilson. Baseline drive, he's in trouble there in the land of the Giants. No, Pavey gets the first block, puts it back up fouled, and Ethan Pavey, who's got 2, will head to the line. Free throws here coming for the sophomore Ethan Pavey. Rolls it home. (12-6) now with 1 more to come for the Indians. Good. Free throws have helped them stay tight here. 12-7. Spin around here. Step through. Good. Take by DeChow. He'll get it to go. Back the other way. Gaden. Skip Navarro. He's double teamed on that trap against the zone. Good baseline feed. Pavey works his way in. No. Taylor can't get there. Pugh. Skip. Work to the corner. Extra pass, shot no good. Pavey the rebound on the Newberry side. They're going to try and get this back down to a 2-possession game. They trail at 14-7. All back door was open. Xander couldn't see it. Nice entry. Taylor can't handle it. The Indians have lost a handful of passes right through their hands. Transition try. Inside out. Good job by Pavey. Helped in the middle. Got back to his guy. 5 minutes to go before halftime. Indians going to bring a fresh 5 onto the floor at the next horn. Navarro. Backdoor cut. Telegraph. But Pavey takes it back. They'll get it top side. Stilson a lane. He'll drive. Huge block by the 6'3" Blake Mason. Pugh. Bono. Transition good. Defense creating offense for the Emeralds. They lead it by 9. They slowly built this lead up. Started out on an 8-2 run. Line drive 3, no good from Navarro. And a timeout coming for the Emeralds. Full timeout. We step aside. It is JV Boys Basketball, M123 FM. And my minute.
Dr. Kevin Bryant, orthopedic foot and ankle surgeon at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, is excited to come to work every day because not only does he know he can help patients with foot and ankle injuries, he knows Helen Newberry Joy has the latest tools in medicine.
The equipment that we have is all brand new. You know, we have a brand new C-arm, which is an x-ray machine in the operating room that takes a real-time x-ray so that when the surgeon's in there putting in metal, repairing fractures, putting in a new joint, things like that, you need really good quality images.
And it's one more service for Helen Newberry Joy patients that's now close to home.
You know, a young man fell and fractured the ankle. We fixed it within about 2 weeks. If this would have been a year ago, the patient would have had to go to somewhere else not close to home and keep him here within the community, which I think people will appreciate.
Your health, our passion.
And they're making these investments for the future for the patients of the community. We can get them in fast, get them treated so that they can get back to sports and get back to work.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center.
Out of the timeout, 4:11 to go, second quarter. Emeralds with the ball. Indians in a 2-2-1. They send in Rahali, Whalen, Patterson, Lewicki, and Hamilton. As Coach Ace DePew just keeps rotating groups of 5 here to stay fresh. Rebound, Hamilton off the miss. Lewicki patiently lets them go. Good to see Lewicki back out there. Quarterback the JVs for the Indians football team this fall. Suffered a broken ankle mid to late way through the season and has gotten back here in time for the second half of the basketball season. Hard-working, high IQ type of player. Here's Whalen, top side. 2-3 zone. Ace DePew wants his offense back in a 1-3-1. They have not gotten in it yet. Rahali trapped to Lewicki. Swing to Patterson. Off-ball defense and rotation. Very good for this Emeralds JV team. And we get a steal and a whistle. We're going to call a kicked ball. Emeralds will keep it. No, back to the Indians. Okay. About to say, you can't kick a loose ball. It would still be alive. You either got to let that go and see who picks it up or blow it dead and give it back to the offense, and that's what they do. Rahali, another dangerous bounce pass. They're just rocketing them long range at each other's feet and knees. Tough to handle. 2:43 to go. Patience is not a problem for the Indians. Low scoring, probably better for them. They'll turn it over. Transition. Lewicki. Ace DePew wanted to charge as Lewicki hustled back. Got knocked back with the shoulder. Lewicki called for the whistle. 13 foul on the Indians, 4 for the Emeralds. We sit here, 2:34 to go before the break. Catch and shoot. The 3 is short. Whalen the rebound. Bono blanketed Whalen, and Ace DePew says, how about can we get that one next time? Must be a Central and West End crew here tonight. Do not recognize them. Not the normal groups you see in conference play. Hamilton hard at work. Doesn't let up. Gets it to go. Indians back within 7. Good pressure on the ball. But on the back half, good look for the Emeralds. No. Whalen, the rebound. That's going to be the 3rd foul on DJ Belleville. That's going to bring Mac Pugh back in for him. They will also send back Caden Bradley, who comes in for DeChow. 1:50 to go before halftime in the boys JV contest. Rocketed again, this time at Patterson's feet, poked away. Referee or fans wanted to travel. No, a block. Ace DePew is not happy, and a carry here as it gets caught on the hip. Either side happy. 1:30 to go before the break. 16-9. The Emeralds are on top. Nice bounce pass there. Whalen is just too much space. Yep, blocked back in his hands. Ace DePew saying jump ball. Referee says, hey, we both had the same call. We're not going to change it. Ace DePew is a certified official, and a darn good one at that. He knows that they missed it. They're sharing a laugh down there. I believe the referee said could have been a jump ball, but we both had the same. 3, no good. Whalen getting hammered. Good rebound by Whalen. 50 seconds. Indians in a low-scoring battle. Nice entry. Raholly to Hamilton. High Glass got it to go. Down to a 5-point game. Indians hanging tough against a team that blew them out the first time, and that was with Keegan Martin. 34 seconds to go. Turnover now. Indians can cut this to a one-possession game here in the final seconds before halftime. 30 seconds to go. See if they hold last shot. Nice entry. Can't pass that up. Whalen underneath point blank. Couldn't get it. Back the other way. Emeralds. 11 seconds. Baseline drive. Kick out. Pugh for 3. No. Long rebound. Patterson. Back to Lewicki. 5 seconds. Half court. No. And that is how the first half will end here. And Manistique, good one here in the JV contest. Manistique leads it, but Newberry keeping it close. Your score at the break, Emerald 16, Indians 11 here in the boys JV contest. Your coverage tonight brought to you by Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, the Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Northern Lights Vision Center, Louisiana Pacific, the Fish and Hunt Shop, UP Trading, and the exclusive Moose, Pickleman's Total One Stop, the Newberry Subway, and the Newberry News. Coming up here at the half, it's This Week in High School Sports from the Michigan High School Athletic Association.
An amazing streak continues on the wrestling mat, and we're less than a week away from the start of a revamped hockey tournament. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The MHSAA Ice Hockey Tournament bracket is set, and you'll notice some changes from last year's bracket. This year, the entire tournament is seeded using MPR. Each of the 3 divisions contains 8 regions with up to 8 teams in a region. The highest seeded team in a region will play the lowest seeded team, and so on. Last year, only the top 2 teams in each region were seeded. Also new this year, the teams will be reseeded following the quarterfinals. The Ice Hockey Seeding Committee will take all 4 semifinalist teams and reseed them 1 through 4. The 1 seed will play the 4, the 2 seed will play the 3, with the winners meeting in the finals. Last year, there was no reseeding at the semifinal level. The way divisions are broken up this year is also new. Standalone and co-op programs will be rank ordered by enrollment, but on separate lists. The top 1/3 from each list will make up Division 1, the middle third from each will be Division 2, and the bottom third from each list will comprise Division 3. This change is expected to rebalance the divisions, as Division 1 had been primarily made up of co-op teams in the past. Staying the same from past years, a coin flip will determine the home team for each game. The first regional games will drop the puck on February 20th. The semifinals are March 9th and 10th, with the finals on Saturday, March 11th. All of the semifinals and finals action from USA Hockey Arena in Plymouth will be available on the NFHS Network and the MHSAA Championship Radio Network. For brackets, scores, and more, be sure to check out MHSAA.com. Game balls this week go to Davison's Greg Lawson. The sophomore tallied a triple-double, 32 points, 12 assists, and 11 rebounds, and a 5-overtime win over Flint Hamady. The 94-90 victory came in the Cardinal Classic Final. to the Gibraltar Carlson competitive cheer team, who knocked off three-time reigning Division II state champion Allen Park on way to the championship of the Downriver League. And to the Holt wrestling team. They captured their 37th straight district title. Yes, 37 in a row by knocking off Grand Ledge in the finals. The last time Holt failed to win a wrestling district title, 1986, when That's What Friends Are For was the #1 song.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We are in the pool today, nearing the end of our 100-yard freestyle race. To finish a race and record a time, a swimmer can either touch the touchpad or the finish end, i.e. the wall around the touchpad. If the touchpad is contacted in a time recorded, great. That's all the officials need. But what happens if I hit the touchpad and the time doesn't stop? Or if I touch the wall just above the touchpad? In these instances, the officials go to a backup timer, and the backup timer for that swimmer will be used as their race time. The backup timer operates for all races, but is only used in the event of a touchpad malfunction or a swimmer hitting the finish end. A majority of the time, it's not even needed, but it's good to have for instances like these.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. If you aren't following the MHSAA on social media, what are you waiting for? It's a great way to keep up with everything going on at the MHSAA. Looking for tournament updates, event announcements, or links to stories? Then check out our Facebook or Twitter accounts. Instagram and TikTok is where you will find our weekly Performance of the Week feature and other behind-the-scenes content. YouTube has tons of historic MHSAA finals archived. Look for classic matchups and rewatch some great games. MHSAA social media is the best way to connect with us every day. So make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. With winter tournaments just getting started, you don't want to miss a thing. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll see you next week. An amazing streak continues on the wrestling mat, and we're less than a week away from the start of a revamped hockey tournament. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. The MHSAA Ice Hockey Tournament bracket is set, and you'll notice some changes from last year's bracket. This year, the entire tournament is seeded using MPR. Each of the 3 divisions contains 8 regions with up to 8 teams in a region. The highest seeded team in a region will play the lowest seeded team, and so on. Last year, only the top 2 teams in each region were seeded. Also new this year, the teams will be reseeded following the quarterfinals. The Ice Hockey Seeding Committee will take all 4 semifinalist teams and reseed them 1 through 4. The 1 seed will play the 4, the 2 seed will play the 3, with the winners meeting in the finals. Last year, there was no reseeding at the semifinal level. The way divisions are broken up this year is also new. Standalone and co-op programs will be rank ordered by enrollment, but on separate lists. The top 1/3 from each list will make up Division 1, the middle third from each will be Division 2, and the bottom third from each list will comprise Division 3. This change is expected to rebalance the divisions, as Division 1 had been primarily made up of co-op teams in the past. Staying the same from past years, a coin flip will determine the home team for each game. The first regional games will drop the puck on February 20th. The semifinals are March 9th and 10th, with the finals on Saturday, March 11th. All of the semifinals and finals action from USA Hockey Arena in Plymouth will be available on the NFHS Network and the MHSAA Championship Radio Network. For brackets, scores, and more, be sure to check out MHSAA.com. Game balls this week go to Davison's Greg Lawson. The sophomore tallied a triple-double, 32 points, 12 assists, and 11 rebounds, and a 5-overtime win over Flint Hamady. The 94-90 victory came in the Cardinal Classic Final. To the Gibraltar Carlson competitive cheer team, who knocked off three-time reigning Division II state champion Allen Park on way to the championship of the Downriver League. And to the Holt wrestling team, they captured their 37th straight district title. Yes, 37 in a row by knocking off Grand Ledge in the finals. The last time Holt failed to win a wrestling district title, 1986, when That's What Friends Are For was the #1 song.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We are in the pool today, nearing the end of our 100-yard freestyle race. To finish a race and record a time, a swimmer can either touch the touchpad or the finish end, i.e. the wall around the touchpad. If the touchpad is contacted in a time recorded, great. That's all the officials need. But what happens if I hit the touchpad and the time doesn't stop? Or if I touch the wall just above the touchpad? In these instances, the officials go to a backup timer, and the backup timer for that swimmer will be used as their race time. The backup timer operates for all races, but is only used in the event of a touchpad malfunction or a swimmer hitting the finish end. A majority of the time, it's not even needed, but it's good to have for instances like these.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested,
back here in Manistique, JV boys game is at the half. 16-11, and Xander Stilson for three right off the bat. And the Indians were down by 9 midway through the second, have rallied to make this a 2-point game. They go diamond press and force the turnover. Indians have hung tough. Their offense got off to a slow start, but the defense has kept them within striking distance. And they're doing a good job here early in the second. Low-scoring game, which is what they want. Turnover on the Indians. Drive here. Belleville, topside. Mac Pugh, a three of his own, no good. Taylor and Stilson, no on the rebound. Flip to Mason, no. That time Taylor gets it, ripped away. There's got to be a foul in there somewhere. They came right around Jude Taylor, and now a foul on the baseline. And it's a push on Taylor. So Taylor gets fouled 3 times. There's no call. And then breathes a little too hard on a guy, and he gets whistled for one himself. Entry topside, Stilson steals it away. Xander, one-on-one. Tough. Blocked from behind, but he's fouled. And that'll be 2 shots coming for Xander Stilson. His 3 in the early moments here of the third. Cut it to 16-14. That's where we stand right now in this JV contest. Stilson short on the first. Got the second, so they split them. Two to one now. East Depew throwing all sorts of different looks at the Emeralds. Mac Pugh catches it up. Good defense by Yaden. Rebound, flipped up, no. Navarro comes out of the trees with it. 16-15, Stilson, hard take, tripped up. There'll be a foul on the floor. Oh, they're going to give them the shots. We'll take it. Then Stilson can put the Indians on top for the first time tonight if he makes both of these. Second foul on Zach DeChow. Emeralds arguing for a travel. They will change the foul down the floor, and Pavey will inbound for the Indians. Inbound. Stilson, baseline. Didn't get Pavey room to get back in bounds. Navarro triple no. Pugh the rebound. Mac Pugh will push it. Little hesitation. Splits two. Taylor with the piece. Big block by Jude Taylor, who gets tied up and taken down again. We saw that in the first half. Whalen and Aiden both were grabbing rebounds, and the Emeralds just swarm on the catch, reach around, try to tie it up, get you to turn it over. Inbound Pugh, one dribble into the post. Mason, inside out, swing around. Mac Pugh, the triple, no. Pavey, rebound, hammered from behind, and it goes tipped right to the Emeralds for the bucket. 18-15. Stilson. Little more intensity from the Emeralds defensively. Too aggressive, though, and a foul. And they'll pick up their third of the half. 18-15. Emeralds on top here in the JV boys contest. Looking. Inbound. Taylor turns. Two hard dribbles. Blocked by Mason. And on the outlet, easy layup, Zach DeChow. And after 5 in a row to start the half for the Indians, the Emeralds have ran off 5 in a row. We're back to a 5-point game, 20-15, 5:25 to go, third quarter. Pavey, baseline jumper, no. Rebound, Pugh. Running the floor, Emeralds, missed the layup. Put back by Mason. He's fouled by Pavey, and he'll shoot 2. Last foul was the third on DeChow, so him and Belleville both with 3. And in a 20-15 contest, it's the 6'3" sophomore Blake Mason. No, dead off the back corner of the rim. Bono back in for DeChow. Mason second. No good. Pavey, the rebound. Swing to Stilson. He'll slow and let everything get set. Xander Stilson, who's taken over as the point guard of the JVs with Martin's promotion to the varsity. Corner three, good for Pavey. Indians back within 2. Hanging tough. They have been in some battles most of the second half of the season and keep coming up just short. Remember, their team with the 4 players leaving the varsity and some of the injuries and absences for other reasons. Varsity's been short-handed, so Ace DePew's had to save his guys a little bit so they could play 2 games. Still gets them for the full 4 quarters, but changes up the way his rotation was, and Martin, a big loss. Was averaging probably 15 a game for the JVs. But they have learned how to survive life without him. Here's Navarro, swing to Taylor. Back to Pavey. Little shot fake, step through to Yaden. The lefty, Navarro, open 3. High, back rim, no. Pavey battling for the rebound with Taylor. Another transition, blocked by Yaden, and they call the foul. I'm a fan of both teams and both schools, so I'm not being a homer one side or the other, but that's just not a very good call. And it's the third or fourth one of the quarter against the Indians. Full changes again. Line change for the Indians. Hamilton, Whalen, Lewicki, Patterson, Rahali will come into the ball game. 21-18 Emeralds. They got one more free throw coming. On the fourth team foul of the quarter against the Indians. Second on Yaden. Free throw good, and here come the Emeralds back in the press. Lewicki tries to dribble through the trap. Stolen by Pugh. Bumped by Patterson. Foul on the floor will be a baseline inbound for the Emeralds. Inbound tipped by Whalen. Grabbed by Patterson, who fires a 90-mile-an-hour rocket right through the hands of Lewicki. That looked like what we saw in the first quarter. Couldn't handle passes because they're rocketed at our heads and our feet. Off-target passes. Step through. Pugh. Drive and kick. A three. Good if it goes. Bank shot. Triple. Alex Bono buries it. 7-point lead on an 8-2 run after the Indians were within one at 16-15. Whalen in the post. Fadeaway. One-handed. Almost a fading hook for Craig Whalen. And it gets it to go. The Indians will not quit. Skip pass. Emerald's a little shaky. Patterson cuts it off, forces Pugh, sets, fires another three. The Emeralds heating up from deep. 28-20. Winterfest night here in Manistique. Another benefit game. Last year it was Military Appreciation Night. Don't know what the varsity is doing tonight. We'll check on that for a varsity broadcast. Big Spirit Week celebration for the schools here in Mano. And they cap it off with a game for a great cause. And Newberry, typically the selected opponent. Through the hands of Rahali, a turnover. The wheels on the buggy a little bit wobbly right now for the Indians. Trailing 28-20. Emeralds have tightened things up here with 2:28 to go in the third of the JV contest. Three straight trips down the floor. And the Emeralds now have their largest lead of the night. First time in double figures. They're up 11. And Whalen travel. Ace Depew wanted a timeout. He hasn't gotten a thing all night. Emerald JV is catching fire. Balanced scoring. You look up at the board. 6-6. 2-2. 5 off the bench somewhere. Another 3. 2 bounces, no. If that would have went, you just would have had a feeling the wind would have been completely out of the sails of the Indians. Hamilton, 3. It looks like the All-Star game last night in the NBA. A bunch of triples and no defense. Both teams heating up from 3. 31-23. The answer for the Emeralds, no. Rebound, Whalen. Flip to Patterson. Over to Lewicki. Indians, the theme of their night. Slow starts to the quarter. Then they come racing back, hanging tight. And a reach-in foul here will be the 4th on the Emeralds. 1:12 to go. Third quarter. Manistique on top, 31-23. Rahali will do the duties on the baseline inbound. Entry. Hamilton bumped. Didn't get it. Tipped around. Mason, those long arms in that 6'3" frame. Go and get it. Carry the other way. Yes. Draw here skipped. Entry. Whalen. Fadeaway. No. Mac Pugh. I'm part of the spark. And to travel. Waves off the shot. 41.6. And a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout for the Emeralds. We'll step aside. I'm 123 FM in my Manistique.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry proudly supports the communities that we call home. They're Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim. And just like our local sports teams, Louisiana Pacific Corporation is committed to teamwork and safety and getting the job done the right way. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry wishes all of the area athletes best of luck this season.
Wiki tipped away out of bounds as we are back here in Manistique. Boniface Gymnasium JV contest. 35.3 to play in the third. Good one here between these two teams. 31-23 is the score. Rahali, tough inbound. Mason, the steal, flipped ahead. Bono, layup, good. Going to be a sellout on the Manistique side of things tonight. Newberry bleachers about a third of the way full. Still time to get down for the varsity contest. Following this one, we'll step aside, take a break, get things reset for that varsity game between the Emeralds and the Indians. Should be a fun one to cap off the evening. Ball worked around. Skip topside. Emeralds want the last shot. Pugh with 4. Their 5th 3 of the quarter. And it's a 13-point game with the Emeralds leading it 36-23 as we step aside. Fourth quarter coming up with M123 FM.
The UP Trading Company and Exclusive Moose, 2 local shops under new ownership on Newberry Avenue, featuring a unique furniture selection from rustic and log furniture to dressers, sectionals, upholstery, and Uper light lamps. Next door in the gift shop, you will find t-shirts and sweatshirts, Stormy Cromer hats, gloves, and custom-made items, lotions, handcrafted soaps, candles, and sensational jewelry. It's at the Exclusive Moose and UP Trading Company, downtown Newberry, and follow us on Facebook at UP Trading and Exclusive.
The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
Emeralds lead it 36-23 as we go to the fourth quarter. Starts with an Indian near turnover. Emeralds knock it away out of bounds. 5-point game at the half. Indians cut it down to 1. And then Manistique caught fire from 3 to open up a game-high 13-point lead coming here into the fourth quarter. Travel. Bad to worse for the Indians right now. Foul and 1 for Mason. He's got 8. He'll look for 9. Indians' top scorer right now, Pavey, with 7. Shots up and good there. 39-23. The score, not indicative of how this game has been. It's just been a great 5-minute run for the Emeralds. And they're trying to close it out here in the 4th. Whistle. What do we got? Travel. And then Stilson. No signal. Must have carried it. Lewicki and Whalen back for Navarro and Taylor. 7:19 to go. Boys JV contest. First to 2 tonight here from the Bonifice Gymnasium in Manistique. Indians trying to go man-to-man against this red-hot Emeralds team here in the second half. Mason, drive and kick. Gonna post up Gaden, backs his way in. Got tangled up, fights through it, and finishes. Blake Mason in double figures. A 16-15 game has gone all Emeralds here in the second half, 41-23. Layup, Gaden fouled back the other way by Mason. Free throw good. Owen Gaden, 2 points on the night. Hamilton in for Pavey. And a full timeout for Newberry and East Depew. We'll take one as well. 6:44 to go. It is M123 FM.
Dr. Kevin Bryant, orthopedic foot and ankle surgeon at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, is excited to come to work every day because not only does he know he can help patients with foot and ankle injuries, he knows Helen Newberry Joy has the latest tools in medicine.
The equipment that we have is all brand new. You know, we have a brand new C-arm, which is an x-ray machine in the operating room that takes a real-time x-ray so that when the surgeon's in there putting in metal, repairing fractures, putting in a new joint, things like that, you need really good quality images.
And it's one more service for Helen Newberry Joy patients that's now close to home.
You know, a young man fell and fractured the ankle. We fixed it within about 2 weeks. If this would have been a year ago, the patient would have had to go to somewhere else not close to home and keep him here within the community, which I think people would appreciate.
Your health, our passion.
And they're making these investments for the future for the patients of the community. We can get them in fast, get them treated so that they can get back to sports and get back to work.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center.
Back here in Manistique, it's Owen Yaden at the line for the junior varsity Indians. They trail at 41-24. Tight game the whole way until late in the third. Manistique hit 3 triples on 3 straight trips down the floor to turn a one-possession game into a double-figure lead, and they've just been adding to it on plays like that. Spinning layup good for Belleville. Here's Anders Stilson. He sparked a run for the Indians early in the third quarter. It was a 5-point game at the half, cut down to 1. East Dubuque trying to argue the call. 43-25. Varsity game coming up here. Winterfest night for the Manistique fans. Indians enter in the final week of their regular season, where they'll be against St. Ignace on Wednesday, and then home to Engadine for the rivalry matchup Friday. 6:08 to go in this one. It's also benefit basketball night as Mason banks one home. Up the other way, back and forth. Shot, bank, no. Rebound, Emeralds. What they do at Manistique for benefit basketball night, it's a yearly tradition. That's a double dribble. Missed the pass and picked it up. Better a travel, open three, no good. Lewicki the rebound. They select a charity or a cause every year, raise money locally. Kids get sponsored jerseys and pay tribute to people in the community. The great ceremony, both at halftime and post-game. Got to be a jump ball, and it is. Gaden ties it up. Emeralds keep it 45-25. Another whistle here. Foul will send Manistique to the line. It's a 1-and-1. Here's Stilson. He'll bring him up the floor, 47-25. Shout out to our man behind the scenes making it all possible. The genius behind M123 FM, the UP Sports Network, the Newberry News, and now my Manistique, Steve Stifler. Shout out to Steve. He's running your score graphics tonight. Puts our graphics and commercials together as well. We couldn't do it without him. Drive here. It's getting ugly in the fourth. Layup, fouled, no good. Sends the shooter, DJ Belleville, to the line for the Emeralds. And a timeout, White. Looks like a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. It's at 123 FM in my Manistique. Back here inside the Boniface Gymnasium, there you see it, 47-25. Emeralds in control. Belleville headed to the line. 1 point game early in the third quarter, and the Emeralds have finished strong since it was 16-15. 32-9 run here in the second half. Varsity game coming up. It'll be about 20 minutes following the conclusion of this one. We'll step aside. It'll be right around 7:30 or so. No good. Mason, no. Third try is good. Banked in by Mac Pugh. Mason with 13, Pugh with 11. Drive, step through, Lewicki, travel. DeChow backs it out. Drive here for Pugh all the way to the rack. No. Hamilton the rebound. Indians will probably have Lewicki, Hamilton, Pavey, and Rahali up for that varsity contest. A short-handed team with 7. Some nights they've only had 5. They continue to battle injuries, and Whalen travel as he goes to the floor. Ace Depew calling off his press. Down 24. Effort better than the score would indicate. For the Indians tonight. Impressive showing. This is going to be a solid group for the Emeralds. They can keep developing. They've got size. They've got speed. We've seen them shoot the lights out in the third. Their length defensively going to be a problem if they had the strength to go with it. Loose ball. Whalen. Little elbow. Not happy. He's had guys on his back all night. Getting swarmed. Navarro will come in. Stilson will get a breather. (49-25), 3 minutes to go in the contest. Here comes Sam Rahali. Works it over. Patterson. Misses Navarro on the cut. Turnover back to the Emeralds. Taylor in. Hamilton out. Mac Pugh's night probably over. He untucks the jersey. Big third quarter. Big part of the initial start to this run. Layup here is a foul. Levi Moon. They call the travel. 2:31 to go, 49-25. Whalen, tough, falling away, no good. Indians offense just ran out, and Whalen, a foul from behind. 1-1 coming again for Manistique. Pavey comes back. Into the game now for Manistique, 21. Ashton Vincent. As the Emeralds have now emptied the bench. Got it to go. First of the night for Levi Moon. They've got it doubled up now, 50-25 Emeralds, who won't get the second. Patterson, the rebound. He'll fly up the other way, near side. Work to Rahali. Tangled up. Travel. Should have been a jump ball. No sense arguing the calls in a 25-point game here. Coach Trevor Demers says, let's cool it. Tells them to stay patient on offense. They're chucking threes, though. Back outside. They'll turn it over. Stolen away. Layup. Good. End to end. The rip and run. Layup good from Jace Gaudreau. Pavey pulls up, fires a rocket to Taylor. He'll rocket it back out to Pavey. He fires one into Patterson. Shot no good. Navarro, sideways shot. Taylor can't get a handle on it. Navarro lobbed to Taylor. It's good. Indians break their drought 52-27 in the Emeralds. Under a minute to go. May dribble this thing out. Or try to get some of their guys who haven't scored in the column. Taylor takes it away, got knocked down, flips it over. Rahali, Patterson, another pass off the mark and out of bounds with 32.1 to play. Varsity game coming up. Be a little after 7:30 by the time they get it tipped off. Look at Patterson, steals it. That's going to leave a mark. Slides about 3 feet on his knee. They can just hold it. They won't. Shot fake. Step back. Step through there. Indians still playing hard. They'll get it out top. 3-ball, Wild. Off the post. No good. They're trying to get Ashton Benson, a 5'7" freshman who doesn't get a lot of playing time, some points. Pavey at the buzzer. No. And that is how this one will end. Impressive showing for the JV Emeralds. They win it 52-27. Varsity action coming up on M123 FM in my Manistique.
Hey, Manistique, this is where the Emeralds shine brightest. Why listen when you can watch? Catch live video of local sports only with my Manistique.